This is the beginning of a short series of videos which will step you through developing both the front and the back end of a website or web application. By the end of this series, we will have created a very simple dynamic website which basically shows all of the users that have registered and allows users to register for the website. We'll also add in a button that allows us to view more users. So for example, if I click the button, it'll show the next 2 users or next 3 users. It's going to be designed in a way so that all of the actions will be performed on one page, and after performing an action, it won't refresh the page. So this will be similar to the single page web apps that you might generate using a common client-side framework. My main motivation for creating this series is to explain how web browsers work and how they interact with web servers at a very basic level. I think that web development has become quite intimidating over the last few years due to the influx of client and server-side frameworks. You could spend weeks just reading people's reviews and opinions on all the different frameworks that are out there without actually having created anything yourself. While frameworks are important and can help you build websites really quickly and consistently, I think that using them can prevent new programmers from properly understanding what's actually going on. All frameworks follow the same basic principles, and I hope that this series will help you understand these principles so that you can see the role that the frameworks actually play. In particular, I hope that this series highlights that learning a framework is not necessary to develop a website or web application, and that they're just tools to help us develop quickly and consistently. There are also a large number of different server-side languages to choose from when developing a website or web application. Just like with frameworks, web servers follow the same basic principles, so learning how to develop in one language is essentially the same as in any other, just with slightly different syntax. There are loads of opinions on what frameworks or what server-side languages are best, but at the end of the day, they're all used and developers should be capable of working with any of them. For this series, I've decided to stick with PHP as a server-side language since it's really easy to set up and use to host a web server, and it's still one of the most commonly used server-side languages. As we build our website, we're going to avoid using any client or server-side frameworks so that we can see exactly what is going on and understand how everything works. I've also tried to design this series so that you will only have to download and install a few things to get it running on your own computer. The first thing you're going to need is a text editor. There are loads of different popular text editors out there. At the moment, I currently use the first few in this list: Visual Studio Code, Atom, Sublime Text, and Notepad++. It's completely up to you which text editor that you want to use. Throughout the series, I'm going to stick with Notepad++ because it's extremely lightweight and it's really easy to use. If you're on a Mac, you won't be able to download Notepad++, but you can download Sublime Text instead. So if you want to download Notepad++, just Google Notepad++, and you'll see the download link right there. If you want to download Sublime, just type Sublime Text. If you're on a Mac, Mac Download, that might make it a little bit easier. And then just click Download and head to the page. Now, throughout the series, if you have any questions, just leave them in a comment. And in particular, if you're curious about how you would add in a feature to the website, let me know and I'll see if I can add in some extra videos focusing on adding in whatever feature you'd like to add.